Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have an update on the XV250. I didn't film the last, couple weeks of working on it. Basically, I've just been tearing it down just to get an idea what parts I need, just get an idea of if this bike is going to be worth it. And, honestly, it's in pretty good shape. Out here in Arizona, you don't get the rust like you do out east, so I was fully expecting, after buying used bikes that have been sitting for a while, to find rust on everything, pitted metal, stuff that's just ruined. But I'm just not finding that. And a lot of it is oxidized, the motor's oxidized, but that came off with some purple power, some super clean, sorry. And, honestly, it's not going to be too bad. The bike is pretty simple, so I was able to pull pretty much everything apart. Let me give you an update. So I got a real nice fire rolling here. Yeah, it's nice. I had to get a different heater because it's so cold in here. Anyways, so here's the bike. It's pretty much torn completely apart. There's everything. This is just better for me to kind of assess, where I'm at with parts I need, stuff I can salvage, stuff I'm gonna have to replace. Honestly, this was the easiest engine I've ever taken out of anything. It came right out. Maybe that's something with V-twins, but yeah. So let's just start. I'll go through all the parts and show you condition and stuff I'm gonna need to buy. So it's hard to see everything when it's in the bike. This little manifold is cracked pretty good. You can see it right there. These aren't real expensive, so I'm gonna pick up one of these. Hopefully it comes with new gaskets. The geniuses that own this spray painted everything. You can see that right there. So these bolts were so hard to get off. I'm gonna have to order a set or just get something matching. This is inside here is where the oil filter is. It is missing one set of the top covers here. I'll have to source those. When I say top cover, I'm talking about this. Does kind of look cool without it, but I like the look of this one a little better. This is gonna take some cleaning because if you look under here, I don't know if this bike was spray painted red. I thought this was dirt, like I showed you on the front brakes. They spray painted everything red. I don't know what the heck they were thinking, but there's no oil leaks anywhere. I've had this sitting here, had the bike in my garage for a while, no leaks, so I'm happy about that. So that means all the gaskets are doing well. I ordered a new front sprocket because this one was kind of beat. I am eliminating all the carbon capture stuff. Don't tell anyone. Because it was so outdated and crusty, pretty much you can just plug off, all these nipples. There's one right here. Pretty much what would happen is it would take the exhaust fumes. If you guys remember, I'll put a picture up here of that air box that's set up on the other side of this in the front. It would recirculate all the exhaust fumes and reburn them. But that created, look at all these vacuum lines, it's absolutely ridiculous. And it had a vacuum actuated fuel pump. I watched some videos. I'll put the link up here for the video I've been kind of inspired by. And he talks about, he eliminated all that and just put a straight fuel line to a petcock that you can turn off, and it runs just fine. So that'll eliminate and clear up a lot of stuff up underneath the motor. Up in here. So on the frame here, we're just going to put a pod filter right there because actually the intake is inside of this frame. That's why you get this bulky frame in here. So it seems to do pretty good. You'll have to do a little bit of testing with the jets. I'll probably have to run a new brake line, but honestly these shoes don't look terrible. There's a lot of meat on them, so I'll clean these up and you know, possibly replace a spring. It was a little bit out of adjustment, so that could be the only problem. I'm gonna pull this out, clean it up. But the bike did fire and run, so I'm not worried about some of this wiring. I will clean up the wiring. You can see the overspray from when they spray painted that hideous tank. It's on the frame here. It's on this side. I don't know what they spilled over here and tried to repaint, but it like will not come off. So I'm gonna most likely sand down this half, and anything down here that needs cleaning, that's just dirt. But anything that needs repainting, do some chassis paint, and should look pretty good. So on the triple tree, is this a triple tree? I don't know. The headset here, it kind of looked like this, kind of, you know, dull. This has actually been polished a little bit, but if you look here, I was able to polish it to like this billet finish. I still have some spots that need fixed, but it looks 10 times better. Look at it from this way. So that's what I mean. There's not a lot of rust on this stuff, so it does come back. And an example of that, I'll show you. Check out these front forks. So I've been polishing these, and I'll put up a picture here of what they looked like before. But you can see they look pretty good. This one's not finished. I do have the other one somewhere around here. Oh, it's over here. Sorry. Right there. That one's finished, so you can see the nice finish on that. The only thing left to do is I did get a seal kit here. I got my computer set up in the garage now, which is super handy. Got a seal kit here. Here's that new front sprocket. It's a 17 tooth. I did get a chain, but I might have to go to a 112 instead of a 114, because apparently that rear sprocket over there on that tire is a 40. Stock is 1645, so this would be 1740. Apparently a 112 chain fits perfect. So that's my plan for that. I'll probably send this back and get the right one. This is part of that evap system, where how I'm going to plug everything off. These are vacuum plugs, pretty much, vacuum caps. So I do have a set of little clasps that I'll put on these, but this, I should be able to pretty much plug everything that I need to with that. That's all the parts I've ordered so far, because I'm going to get everything painted as far as the frame and do the fork seals. So in the next video, I'm going to replace the fork seals on it. Just real quick, I'll go over some of the stuff here. I cleaned that rim up, took it off, looks pretty good. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the exhaust, because this exhaust system is actually pretty goofy. If you look here, there's the muffler. This is how it sat on the bike. Front pipe is actually the same diameter as that. Oh, nice. Same. Wow, this must have been running rich. Look at that. It's inside the bike. That comes out of the rear cylinder and into that little inlet right there, and into the muffler, and re-enters in there, and also enters there. So you're actually not even getting any exhaust from this pipe. This is a dummy pipe, which is crazy. So it's really a 2-in-1, 2-in-1.5. I don't know. It's a very weird setup. I've seen some people make their own, setup where they cut pieces out of this here and actually weld it so it is running out of that pipe and get rid of that. Or I can buy the slash cuts on eBay, which they're kind of loud though. I don't know. I do like the sound of this exhaust, but we'll figure that out. I'm gonna end up getting the hardtail struts instead of these. I just like the look of the low in the back, and it's a stock rake, so I'll leave everything the same, but it just looks pretty good. Here is the chain sprocket cover. All these pieces here I'm going to clean up and repaint. These are actually rusty, but it's just a little bit of surface rust. Brake, actually, you know, we're pretty good. I may replace some of the pads, or the pads, sorry. Haven't decided yet. So we'll figure that one out. I'm gonna try and mount this fender on the back. If you guys remember from a while ago, I got that free bike that had no motor in it, no tank. This is from a Honda CM450, like a 70 something, 83. I don't remember, but it's shorter and it has actually like a little lip in the back, which is pretty cool looking. And it actually fits almost perfectly in here. And with the bike lowered, it'll kind of sit in there pretty good. So I know it's chrome, but it actually looks really good. It's in great condition. And then there's also a plastic part for a fender underneath the seat so you can protect all your wiring. So we're gonna try and fit that up. I don't really want to use this or cut this, but if we have to, we know this one fits. Front wheel, haven't really done anything with this yet, but in a later video, I'm gonna clean this surface off and try to get all that stupid red paint out of there. And I'm going to put some more grease in the bearings, even though they look pretty greased up. Obviously new tires. There is the front stem, or not stem, but the handlebars. Haven't decided if I want to keep those or get more of a, you know, straight up here, like mini apes or, you know, rabbit ears. I don't know, I'm trying to turn it into like a little bit of chopper style, but obviously it's not a hardtail frame, so, you know, I'm not going to get too crazy because there's a point when it looks kind of tacky. You know, you try too hard to make it look like a bobber or, you know, whatever. I'm just eliminating most of the controls, do some rewiring so there's a push button start on the side, you know, just a single cable throttle, which in that video that I'm kind of going off of, they were able to just use a single cable and it works just fine. And then, you know, your clutch, none of the crazy stuff, and somehow get a turn signal in there. There's actually, because this air box over here was mounted here, there's another spot on the same side, or on the other side in the same place, where you can put a small set of turn signals. So that'll be cool. The last thing I'll probably need is to find another one of these side covers. Unfortunately, some of these parts are stupid expensive, so we'll find one that maybe needs painted. And oh, that was the other thing. They make a tank. Sorry, this is my bolt. If you don't have one of these, you should buy one of these. The magnetic tray. It's so helpful. But they make a tank that will sit right here like a teardrop tank, a smaller one, maybe like 1.7 gallon, you know, like chopper style tank, but it's custom made to fit over this air box. So I don't know if you can see the size and the shape of this weird frame, but you know, if I were to get another, like a Sportster tank, it's gonna sit like this high, which is, you start to get a little, like what I was saying, tacky. So I might just spend the money and have one made that comes just stainless, and then who knows, if the stainless looks good with the forks and the headset here and the what's it called, the fender, I may leave it and maybe airbrush some kind of western scene on it and clear coat it. But we'll see. We'll have to see if there's too much chrome or what. All right, that was just a quick update video. If you guys are interested in watching this build, go ahead and hit subscribe down there in the bottom right. I think I I had a company reach out to me so I can test some of their products. They're mostly, garage cleaning, supplies. So I actually use some of the products already, and I know they're good. So it's pretty cool they reached out to me. So you'll see that in the next video. I'll use that to kind of clean the frame, clean the motor, try to get some of that paint off, that exhaust. And then another video, we'll do some fork seals. I have been grinding some stuff, so I'm gonna try out a different style. I was using a drill, which was taking forever, but then I'll have to get all this paint off the frame, paint the frame, and from there start kind of putting pieces together, and hopefully early summer we'll be able to get on this thing and ride it. But all right guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.